Mission-wise, we have what looks to be a checkpoint and a fob with a lot of custom build-ups on the Clen Hill, which is always a fun AO because that's a relatively flat area on top of a hill on Chernarus. We normally see, Chernogorsk, always get those words confused. We usually see a lot of custom build-ups on that position, and it looks like tonight is going to be no different. So, lovely. So, I guess I'll go ahead and read the brief.
What do we see usually, Liru?
What, up on that mountaintop? Like,
Yeah,
depends on whatever the custom people want to make, you know?
PvP took me, as you
yeah, I figured as much. And also, Arcor, one of the FNF staff members, will be joining us to make sure we don't say any seditious literature or words or, you know, anything against FNF. He's like the Chinese liaison officer, just making sure we're behaving, so... Hi, Arcor.
Oh, yes, Arcor.
Are you not Arcor?
Yes.
I see. So Arcor might not even be his real name. Regardless, going over the briefing, this mission was made by Mountain. Background is a contingent of Russian forces are assaulting Ukrainian military outposts atop a hill north of Crimea. Wow, how topical.
Crimea River.
See, I want to smack you for that. That was actually kind of good. That was actually kind of good. Okay, okay. See, that's the thing. Lately, your jokes have actually been hitting, and I normally smack you for that one, and it wasn't horny either. Like, yeah, you're improving.
You know, sometimes I want to make a living off of this eventually. You know?
Area of operations: Ukrainian crisis has heated up. Russian forces have begun to assault key Ukrainian military installations. Gosh, installations. I love it. He can't spell like me, across the whole of Ukraine. Mission rules: please do not attempt to access top of the garage bunker. It's been closed off for a reason. Interesting. So I actually... yeah, okay, so the top of it, so they don't have an overwatch position or the ability to fortify the top of it. That makes sense. So yeah, they built that up, I guess, for a balancing concern, but A-okay, that's fine. Regardless, how do we want to do tonight? You want me to just go over all the settings? Do you want to go over AOs, roster? What do you want to cover today, Barb?
You're pretty good with the roster, I'd say.
Okay.
So I'll take care of, AOs.
All right, and then Arcor as the last
Just
thing.
gonna sit here and judge you.
Yep, sit here, judge us. Feel free to interject if you want to.
Sounds about right.
I know, right? Like moonshine. All right, so do you want to cover BLUFOR map settings, game mode? What do you want me to cover?
Yeah, if you want to do mat and loadouts, I'll take care of the AOs once you get done with all that.
All right, cool. So game mode is add sector. Simply how it works is BLUFOR has to defend 2 sectors. How they defend it is they have to have an infantryman in either or both sectors. All they need to do is hold 1 by the end of the 50-minute round. Rounds are 50 minutes plus 15 minutes as a safe start. And it has to be an infantryman. The infantryman can't be in a vehicle or a static, as in within it, you know, like a scroll wheel option, get in, get out. They can be clipped into it, such as the back of a truck, for example. But as long as they're not physically in the vehicle, well, it's hard to explain, honestly, now that I break it down. But, for example, they can be in the back of the truck bed, but they can't be, like, in the entity itself. If we see an example of that,
they can be in the truck, but they can't be in the truck.
Yes, let's go
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
simple.
Very simple. But they also have to be conscious. They cannot be knocked unconscious, otherwise it does not count. When OPFOR start entering the sector, once all of BLUFOR is eliminated or knocked unconscious and OPFOR has 1 person at minimum in the sector will then be considered taken. BLUFOR cannot then retake the sector. So, with all of that said, let's go ahead and look back on the mission info here. Just want to quickly look at the mat settings. I don't know why it's separate from the actual roster information, but it just is. BLUFOR have 2 different mat gunners. Interesting. So some of their medium anti-tank squads are just going to get Mazes with anti-tank rockets, 2 per person, meaning the gunner gets 2 and his assistant gets 2. But some of them also get RPGs with 3 AT rockets and then 2 HE rockets per person, which means that squad is going to have 6 AT and 4 HE rockets to utilize against both vehicles and infantry. Interesting call there. Meanwhile, OPFOR just get the RPG-32 with 2 AT rockets per person. Otherwise, going ahead and looking over the BLUFOR settings, I assume the uniform is going to be a Ukrainian build. Yep, modern Ukrainian army, multicam camouflage made by Maz. He made like 20 different things of this for the new roster builds, which is great. Loadouts are going to primarily consist of AK-74s, the MP443 handgun is the secondary. LMG and medium machine gun are going to be RPK and PPAP respectively. Light anti-tank is going to be the RPG-26, single-shot disposable to mirror law from what we normally see in BLUFOR kits, but it's Ukrainian, so it's slightly different. Recon's going to get the T5000 sniper rifle with the 2 suppressed shooters in the X-ray team, aka the Recon team, having the choice of the 45-round AKS-74M or the AS-VAL, which I believe has 20-round mags. Pros and cons to taking either one has more ammo, while the other one has more stopping power, but both are suppressed. Just the VAL is integrally suppressed. And then the crew aviation guys will either get a carbine, AKS, or the PV-2000 if they want to rock a submachine gun. Assets-wise is quite interesting. They have an older Huey model. It's not the up-armored Venom one that we sometimes see utilized, but nope, this one is just a regular Huey with 2 side turrets, 2,000 rounds, 5 mags of 7.62 by 51 NATO.
I gotta interrupt you. Bay has already gotten his BRDM stuck on the topic of assets. He has beached it by sticking a wall underneath the center body of it.
Amazing.
And it looks like they will be trying to nudge it using
with the
a
tire glitch.
Let's see how this works out.
You know what? I'm just gonna step in and there we go.
Arcor's an admin. He fixes it.
Damn it!
We wanted the content. Oh well.
I wanted the vehicle to fly into the garage and kill everyone.
I don't want him to blow it up.
I know.
I do.
We do for the content, sir. I'm sorry. Anyway, that BRDM's at the bottom of the list has both the 7.62 by 54 and the 14.5 millimeter guns. They got 4 Gaz's trucks if they want to transport around. 2 static 50 cals. Now these are the vanilla ones because they have the shield and they have the holographic sight, which some people like, some people don't. You can see it right here. They got 2 sit-down NSV turrets, which I believe are just 12.7. How do I put it? Historically, they're supposed to be also chambered in like 14.5, but Arma doesn't reflect that unless you rescript it yourself. As you can see, 12.7 by 108 right there. And then they also have 2 transport off-roads from the looks of things. So overall, not a bad roster. They could do some pretty good maneuvers with that BRDM for early scouting, coordinating with the helicopter to try to find where OPFOR is going to come from, because this is a relatively big AO. But with any vehicles that are quick to move and are armed, like armed cars, 117s, or BRDMs, they really, really do exceed in just kind of charging the enemy's convoy as they go into the deploy and trying to eliminate units early on to help nullify the attacker's numbers advantage. But let's go ahead and look over at OPFOR here. OPFOR are going to probably be the Russian EMR kits, but let's confirm that it is Russian EMR kits. Okay.
Well, you know, again, timing, timely. It's accurate.
Exactly, for the time. Loadouts are going to be pretty much it's going to be a mirror match in terms of weaponry, in all honesty, because both have AK-74s. If we wanted to be super historically accurate, the Russians would have more advanced AK-74 models, but because you can't really find those in Arma without going into CUP or a few other specialized mods, RHS is RHS. So going to be pretty much a mirror match in terms of the weaponry. Uniforms and kits for their vests and whatnot are also going to be mirror match because FNF has a special mod that rescripts all the values of all vests, chest rigs, and sets them all equal as if everyone was wearing a vest. Though I will say I do find it a little suspicious when a group of people run Alton helmets and they take like 5 headshots to the face before they die. Everyone claims desync, but I have seen it happen way too many times. Regardless, vehicle assets, we have an Mi-8 Super Hind. It looks like they have a flare pylon and 3 different PKTs, so it is the gunboat version. They also have parachutes in the inventory of the helicopter, as illustrated by that little parachute icon when you look at the asset itself and scroll all the way down to see in the inventory. So we could see an air assault base landing with paratroopers. They also have 10 transport Gazes. These are the transport car version with the ability to turn someone out. I think those can carry 6 or 7 people at a time. But with this asset page, we can actually look at it, and it'll tell us 9 people at a time, technically. And then 2 BTR 80 alphas that have the... they added a smoke launcher to them. Funny enough.
That's just the 80, not the 80 alpha. The 80 alpha has the auto cannon on it.
Yeah. Oh, did I say 80 alpha? My bad.
Yeah, and yeah, that smoke launcher is standard, I think, on all 80 models.
Oh, neat.
And it's nice. Yeah, just a nice little thing for the. I think the commander uses it.
Really good smoke screen taken.
Oh yeah, but usually when you need to use it, it's already too late. But hey, you never know.
I've seen blue on blue pretty high. You always see at least
Good
one
to know
in
that it's
FNF,
there.
And we did see one in the first round of EU. All right, otherwise, let's go ahead and break down the roster here. We're going to start with OPFOR because I ended with it. We have Naders commanding. I haven't seen Naders command a lot, but I do see him do it occasionally, so I'll be curious to see what he does with this type of strategy. So hopefully it's good. X-Ray, he's got Yanni Finn leading, who is on the multi. He's got Banks, Fred, and then some other members of Scandi. Nas going to be taking the T5000. Whiplash and Purton are going to be the suppressed shooters. Whiplash going for a suppressed 45 RPK round AKS 74, and Purton going for the 20 round AS Val. I think in this terrain, considering the AO, I think the Val would be a little bit better of a choice because in the tree lines, you're going to be able to get really close to your targets. The Val is good, but only at close ranges. It starts to suffer around mid-range.
100, 150 meters is about the limit for that thing to be really effective. Once you get to that point, bullets start dropping and going so slow that it's really hard
to
to
do
be
too much
effective.
damage. Because if you want to go longer ranges at that point, you want to go for the AKS with that 45 round magazine for at least suppression's sake. But I think having 1-in-1 is a good trade-off for everything that is there. Regardless, looks like they're actually going into the helicopters to deploy as recon. That makes a lot of sense. And
We'll see if they use the parachutes.
they could. Nielsen going to be leading Alpha HQ. Sablin being the dedicated vehicle crew member because these are assigned to squads. So I'll see if he'll have a gunner probably taken from either Alpha 1 or Alpha 2, but at QSX. Norris playing as a light machine gunner. Norris does excel in the machine gun roles. We've seen him play some, or make some really powerful plays with that, so I'll be curious to see what he does with that group. We got Bolt, Drake, Maz, and how to Dribab? I think that's how you say it. Under Alpha 1. But Alpha 2 has Montgomery, Carlson, Garcia, Kane A, who is different than the Kane we see in Papega. But he is also on the multi, by the way. And then Eagle and Gary.
There are many kings in Arma.
I see. Vagrant has Bravo HQ with Kevin, Tyler, and Waldo. Bravo 2 has Doubt, Raven Master, Chadwick, Green Shade, and Toast. I am seeing a fair...
That's Rave Master.
Rave Master, my bad. I am seeing a fair bit of new names in here, which is always great to see some new blood within FNF. Delta HQ has Captain Arcane in there. Actually, I don't know if Arcane is the one on the multi or Kane A is the one in the multi. We literally have so many different people named Kane in FNF, it's hard to keep track.
We also have a Chadwick Bossman.
Yeah, I saw that above. Who knows?
Chadwick.
Let's see if Chadwick can make some good explosive plays. There were some really cool explosive plays in EU. Like,
really?
Oh,
yeah, round one
really
was
threw 'em off
amazing.
round.
People were throwing them left and right. It was great. Multi-kill galore. But otherwise, got Muniz, Filthy, Ethan, D Barnes, Chaos. I had to go over his name because it was cut off. Mini B, which is Mini Believer, and Arcane. It looks like he merged with that group. And then you have Schnuffle, Zoni, Artisan, and Space Cowboy Carl being a pilot and 3 gunners for the helicopter, which I don't agree with that much personnel within the helicopter. I think 1 gunner would have been enough, and then just had them cycle through the different seats and had those 2 guys in the squad themselves. I mean, because 2 guys like that could have just driven a BTR instead, but to each their own.
To be fair, if one of the crew, if it's a
Lord Silver
two-man
Swift,
crew
thank you
and
for the Twitch Prime sub.
and one of the gunners gets shot
It's
out,
round
or
1
the
of
gunner
NA.
gets
Hope you
shot,
keep enjoying the operations.
then
Hope getting
there's
nice
not
kick
much
out
that the
of scenario.
pilot can do to defend itself. But with multiple gunners, there's someone on every gun. So to their credit, I think it's kind of insurance that they stays effective in the air.
I get it, though.
assuming
The
the
helicopter's
pilot
number 69, so,
Oh yeah, and the BRDM for the BLUFOR was 420.
Nice. Amazing.
We do see them starting to mobilize and get ready as 30 seconds left on the clock.
Gonna quickly go over BLUFOR. We got Despo, Commando, Asai, and Timek under him. They also play an OFCRA. They're pretty well rounded players and commanders, in my opinion. Ilbanek leading X-Ray with Ash, G-Legs, Falcon taking the sniper rifle with Mountain and Rory being the suppressed gunners. Both of them taking... Hold up. No, G-Legs is taking the sniper, so I'd assume Falcon is taking... Yep, he has a suppressed 45-round RPK AKS, and so does Rory. But I'm actually looking at the guns. Yeah, so Rory has an RPK magazine, but Falcon does not. He's got a regular plum mag of 30 rounds. That's kind of interesting. Maybe they
it's
get
only
both.
like 145 and then some 30, so he's gonna keep the 45 in reserve.
Quite
if he
possibly.
needs it.
Sam, Tiger, Kabaya, and Lolo just merged with Jib Style for Alpha HQ. Alpha 2 has Loki Patriot, Dr. Dumba, and Nursk, who we haven't seen in a while. I'm glad that he's back. Cosmonaut leading Bravo HQ with Thorn, Cyrus, Poe, Brennan, Warwick, Cool Breeze, Wiki, Nutty Person, Roster, and Coda. Roster and Coda from the Vega Pirates. The rest of them from, I think, either 19th MRB or another group, and I always get it wrong. So if you're in chat and you know, feel free to correct me. Bant and Chow. I haven't seen Dooley on tonight, so I guess Bant is chilling with Chow. Taking Gamma 1 for that BRDM, and then Pierce flying with Saddam and Wise being the gunners. Again, I don't think they need 2 gunners. Just 1 would have been enough for that 1 extra player on the ground, especially considering this is like a 70-player NA match here. But BLUFOR, it looks like they've gone for fully holding Sector 2 and foregoing Sector 1 because of that limited player count. Your thoughts, Bart?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if the investment that both sides are putting into their helicopters will pay off or not. I think this fight, like many others, will come down to the assets. Red 4's BTRs should be able to, use these wide open plains or clearings, fields, whatever you want to call them, to their advantage with that big 14.5. But they gotta look out for the Wild Mat team as well as the other BRDM. The helicopter can't do much to those BTRs other than spot, but if it can spot them and direct the BRDM to their position, or at least alert them of their position, then they might be an effective little hunter-killer kind of thing. As far as the AO, we see Red 4 pushing up pretty directly from the south, and actually that BRDM gonna be a little off-timed here as Red 4 Bravo gets to the forest and actually dismounts. So if they were a little bit later, they might actually, BLUFOR might actually have spotted this squad.
BLUFOR got there first. They were on a bit of a holding pattern on the road that they're going down, kind of watching it. Now they decided to go down to the road. I think this would have been a little bit better if the Huey just stayed around the BRDM a bit more to spot targets. Now you see them kind of aligning a bit more, but if the Huey was above the BRDM to call in that the Vics were coming in that direction, I think the BRDM could have intercepted, because for a play like this, or excuse me, a scenario like this, there's only 2 ways you can really utilize the Huey. And right now it seems to be firing down at the BTR, which it does have some people on top of, which is weird because you can fit those 5 people in the BTR itself. But the Huey can be used for either 2 roles. Spotting for the BRDM to engage enemy forces coming in, or trying to fly around to find where that MI8 is going to deploy to then try to intercept and shoot it down, which is a risk because that MI8 also has guns, as stated in the brief. So, kind of an ineffective use of assets in my opinion. They're relying a little more on luck because of the size of this AO. Bant just doesn't realize right now that he's super close to the enemy forces here. But he is in the low ground right now because OPFOR seems to be doing on what honestly on the map looks like a smart call. They're dismounting and then they're going to follow the tree lines in and probably go through the town of Kelm.
Ooh, that Huey going for some close shots on the top of that BTR.
Yeah, I see that.
It's getting really close for that.
Surprised that gunner isn't trying to look up and engage.
Yeah, he's got the RPG 32. This is a perfect shot for him.
Yep, he decided to hold. And I think that's because the BTRs themselves don't have dedicated gunners. I only saw dedicated drivers at the squad level. Mimi is on the gun, but I think Mimi might actually be AFK because I don't see any movement of said gun, and they can't do anything to get on the gun, so they're actually going into the gas station building.
That's not good. And they are actually within view of some of the people up on top of the hill. The sniper is on top of that big water tower, and I think would have eyes down there. Yeah, Greg Lund's looking down onto the situation, just seeing the bullets.
Yeah, the view
tricks
distance
down.
is over a click as stated in the mission variable, so they would actually have the view of this position because it's within a click.
This distance, even for that sniper rifle.
Now, here's the sad thing, though, about the Huey. The guns are not able to pen the top of that BTR, unfortunately.
No, 7.62 NATO. It is powerful. It's not that powerful. The 50 cal or larger to pen through that.
Now you're seeing some shots from that water tower that you called out. That's X-Ray firing, I think, with one of their static 50 cals. Maybe the sit-down NSV. It is the sit-down NSV. But those shots were a little over.
I wonder, I did say, you know, they need a 50, but I wonder if a 50 at this distance would still be effective.
I think it could still pen. But it'll take more shots. It'll do less damage.
From that NSV.
Yeah, they're starting to turn green, but it's still... I think it could still pen.
I just don't know if it's that powerful. If they keep the driver's hatch open, it's definitely powerful enough.
Ooh, some small arms fire actually getting up to the chopper there.
Yeah, they need to figure out what they're doing, but they are doing a great job of just keeping them suppressed and unable to move. Now, where'd that BRDM go down? It's going now...
It's all the way down to the south. It's going to be a little ineffective. Maybe it's trying to come around to flank this position on the rear to take them out. That would be a good call, but...
If it continues on this position, yeah, it'll run right into this gas, which actually is Platoon HQ, Naders, just on his lonesome. So if he gets
they
caught
can
out
blow
like
up this and it'll actually cause a fiery explosion.
Surprise to 14.5.
You know, if that Huey wanted to, they could aim for the gas pump and that would actually cause a fiery explosion by destroying it. So if you really wanted to go for that, but oh, MI8.
That might even take down the building. That little shack. Yeah, MI8 now coming in.
I don't know. The Huey's more maneuverable. The MI8 has more coverage on 360, but...
more guns. Does it have a nose gun as well, or just...
It has the rear gun, not the nose gun. This specific model?
Now, if that MI8 stays above that Huey, it might stay out of its line of view.
Yeah, but that Huey... It's a similar situation that we see time and time again. The Huey's more maneuverable, but the MI8 has the more powerful engine.
Yeah, Vinyl, you're not wrong. A little bit of a stormtrooper engagement, but not to their discredit. This is kind of a hard engagement.
It happens, BJ.
Now we have some accurate machine gun fire on those Red 4 guys down by the BTR.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, the rest of Red 4 have dismounted their vehicles and are pushing up on foot. Large force over at Kelm, like you mentioned before. And
they're gonna joust.
Down here with X-Ray, he's about to get surprise his life for Brad here as he comes up.
Helicopter jousting. They're just gonna fly at each other and let the gunners try to hit.
Oh, Mountain taken out immediately.
Oh yeah, for X-Ray down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him driving towards that OPFOR group.
As the grenade went off, and it was beautiful.
And he quits. Mimi got kicked off for AFK.
Understandable.
He crashed apparently, so.
I see.
And that's why they couldn't use the gun.
Yep.
I see. And the truck that Mountain was trying to repair exploded.
Amazing. See that from up here.
Poor Mountain.
BRDM is about to get right behind Platoon HQ.
But does it spot it? Will this camouflage work? Yes, it does. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Oh my god, Naders, you lucky bastard.
I mean, yeah, actually. I mean, the FOV of the main gun, if he's watching down the road, there's, I can see him not noticing.
BTR, is it going to take a left? No, it takes a right. BRDM is about to intercept the BTR.
Yeah.
And it turns off.
I think its job is recon. But, no, I think they're...
Uh-oh.
They're going to try and stick to the tree line. Oh, but yeah, I think the BRDM. BTR, it's not looking the right way. The driver goes out.
Did the driver just get sniped? Yep, the
Yes.
driver got sniped. Wow.
But he slumped over the pedal and is continuing. Yep, now he goes. Oh, and that guy in the back just got shot in the head.
There's a gunner trying to get on, but there's a dead body literally blocking the Oh.
No.
That's why you always want your shield down.
Yeah. Even then, the gun would be able to pen. Also, looking up north, Alpha 2, the Huey went down. And they landed right on top of OPFOR X-Ray. How interesting.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Wait, no, that's not the Huey. What blew up over here?
Where?
That's a off-road.
It's off-road. So Alpha 2 drove out and is getting
Yeah.
intercepted.
Yeah, they got intercepted by Red 4 X-ray. I think they're meant to get some kind of overwatch. Meanwhile, the BLUFOR BTR, or sorry, BLUFOR BRDM has fucked off way to the west.
Yeah, I think it's trying to trail,
Well,
thinking
it
it's going to
did-
get
it did
hit.
a good hit and run.
Yeah, it was a good hit and run, though.
Good hit and run. Got the driver, got a squad member, so now they have to dedicate themselves to crewing that BTR. Like they're down riflemen now because they need to crew that
Jesus,
thing.
Don,
If
really?
they don't crew that thing, then they're missing out on an armored asset that is bulletproof.
Yeah. So apparently Don just came to my chat to let me know that Falcon was reporting that Mountain was straight up not having a good time, and then he got gunned down, apparently.
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw him get gunned down, and
Yeah.
those things happen. Trust me, I understand.
So that northern fight's still going on. Alpha for BLUFOR is down to 2 people. Whiplash trying to check these trees. They do have a BLUFOR guy close by, but BRDM coming around. Starts firing at Platoon HQ. He immediately pops his smoke generator and continues to drive off. BRDM decides not to pursue as the BTR now comes towards the south.
Yeah. Did they get the gunner as well? No, BTRs, the gunner and driver are moving around, but just that there's no icon on it.
Yeah, I don't see
And
it. Weird.
oh,
Nursk and Patriot. And there might not be an icon because there's no bodies there.
I count 4 people in that Vic.
there's the BRDM. Does it spot it? Does base spot it? No, looking too far left. Just spotted it. Stops. Oh,
Shots
they-
are going a bit behind.
Yeah, a bit behind, and I think a bit high as well.
Oh boy.
Here taking ground fire. So Patriot and Nursk here hiding in trees as Scandy sweeps for him. And
Oh, it's
OPFOR
gonna get right behind him.
Yep, it sees the tail end of it. Filthy getting out at the wrong time.
Wow.
No, that was filthy.
That was the AT gun. More blood just came out. A lot of blood just came out.
Co-driver.
Left the window open again.
That's the
Yeah.
entirety of Delta 1 taken out.
Yep, that thing is dead.
So great play there by the BRDM crew. Though it is understandable because the gunner was glitched out.
A little bit.
And it looks like Nursk was found by Scandy and taken out, so now... No, Nursk
the-
is further back. My bad.
But the first engagement started with the vehicle against vehicle. The gunner was active.
Yeah, okay, never mind then. They were just outperformed and outmaneuvered, I guess. But OPFOR still making what appears to be a northern and a southern attack.
Now, at this point, I would say that BLUFOR have this in the bag. They've lost... Red 4 has lost their BTR. The MI8 is still flying around, but it's definitely not going to be able to be effective. Although now that
It
the
has-
Huey is on
they
the
have
ground,
two
they are
BTRs,
strafing them. Where's the second one? Oh, I see the second one. Yeah, well,
He would take him back off.
now it's well, I guess now it's an even fight then, since there's one BTR and one BRD.
Oh, they pulled Wise's body. No, so Saddam is just a transport pilot right now. He doesn't have any gunners because Wise got taken out.
No, there's a guy on the side of it.
He's dead. That's Wise's body.
No, that's Saddam on the other side.
No, Saddam's the... Wait a minute. Wait, then who's flying?
Pierce.
Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't have a helicopter symbol next to his name on the roster, so I thought it was on the ground. My bad.
Huh. It does for me. That's weird. Anyway, that MI8 is chasing the Huey, and yeah, using those multiple guns to just essentially suppress it while it flies around and tries to be maneuverable. Alpha and Alpha Red 4 coming in from the north. That's a good dozen or so troops. Going to be attacking what I would call the relatively weaker side of things.
Yeah.
Once they get up to that hilltop, they're going to have a bit of both terrain and man-made cover to work with that artillery radar and the SAM site. So once they get up there, they should have a decent base to at least cover most of the that sector as the other team approaches from the south. Now, Sector 1, way off to the west, that's been abandoned, so Red 4 just needs to send one person to go and capture that. But if they capture Sector 2 before Sector 1, we could see some of that BLUFOR to the north garrison that sector and make it a little bit harder with that battle tower there.
I think BLUFOR has a pretty good defensive strategy. What I'm a little worried about is when you look at the actual AO and do a quick head count, it's still a relatively big AO. Whereas either of the OPFOR attacks that are going to come from the north and the south, they're going to have a lot of forces attacking from one specific area. And if they time this attack right, they'll be able to sandwich the north and the south, and that's going to really put a strain on BLUFOR's defense line. We could probably see the northern force for BLUFOR then pull back and sandwich the northern attack, but that southern attack could just break through the 3 defenders towards the south. And the 4th, it looks like Ash is running down there as well. Even though we got some heavy hitters like Falcon, Ilbanek, the Rory's also pretty good. BLUFOR, I think, is getting a little too relaxed with this defensive line, and I'm worried they're going to pay for it.
On this north side of the hill on Sector 2, they have built a bunch of sandbag defenses in the woods, so that's what you're seeing BLUFOR guys down off that hilltop. However, they really don't have manpower out here, and there are plenty of unmanned positions that, if manned, would spot this northern push, but since they're focusing more on the east and the south right now, this Alpha group is going to be able to get up real close.
BTR just got spotted and engaged by BRDM.
Right here, maybe be opening up on the north side.
Driver is still alive. The gunner has been picked off. And looks like the BRDM is going to pursue. Probably because the gunner spotted the blood splatter and is realizing the driver's still alive, which means he got the gunner. And they're going to run that bitch down because BRDM can outperform a BTR.
Yeah, that was Bolt in the gunner, and he ends it on nothing. No kills.
I just heard a helicopter get hit by something.
And there goes
engine for the Mi-8.
Well.
And they are bailing.
BTR goes down as well. So that is 2 assets down in a short manner for Red 4. That's all of their assets down, actually.
So the gunners bailed out, and the pilot also bails out.
I think he might have been trying to direct it around, but did not have the engine power to coast it.
Yeah.
So that's rather unfortunate. However, if Red 4 is able to out PTFO BLUFOR, could see him come back.
That's pretty funny. That's all of OPFOR's assets taken out.
Yep. Bravo and Red 4 approaching from the south. Got a few people in close quarters that they got to deal with before they get to any piece of cover, including one very sneaky Falcon, living up to his namesake by hiding in a tree.
Like a hawk.
Like a hawk. And here comes his first prey, Green Shade. Not as green as the shade of that bush, but
Falcon heard him breathing.
He must have been talking over the radio because he got out super quick. Falcon getting one kill.
Oh my god!
Great grenade back.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, he's gonna be running back after that one. You need Poe to start suppressing that tree line.
No, yeah, he accidentally, Bravo HQ Vagrant almost, English, I'm sorry, he almost mowed Doubt down who ran in that tree and he freaked them out. Oh, oh, that was such a good play.
Oh, Red 4 now on the Red 4 Alpha on the north side now.
Falcon getting another guy down.
Yeah,
that was the AT specialist.
Red 4 Alpha splitting up their force and attacking this northern side, trying to take both parts of the high ground at once. We'll see if this sniper actually notices on top of the water tower and notices.
Great grenade throw by Falcon. Detonate right in front of Vagrant. However, Arma's weird. When you go prone, you pretty much negate most of the grenade fragmentation damage, unfortunately.
Ooh, Huey going really fucking quick.
Only getting a nice CQC kill there. But again, I'm really worried about BLUFOR right now because look at the amount that's remaining sandwiched between this attack.
Yep, this 5-man team up on the north, they need to pull back. Surprised they haven't heard all the explosions and gunfire or even a radio call.
You can definitely hit the explosions all the way down there.
Yeah, I don't know what Alpha HQ is thinking. Let me look. Despo is still... I think Despo just thinks these forces can hold here without realizing what he's losing, because otherwise he'd be barking at Alpha HQ to pull back. Now, we do have a 2-man team, Coda and Roster, 2 members of Pepega, about to try to do a flank on this OPFOR push coming in from the northwest, but will it be enough?
Nope,
Yep.
No, never mind.
They're looking up at the helicopter, who's doing an almost 90-degree turn with this machine gun to just
Taking quite a bit of shots, but he's still good.
He's being really maneuverable. Holy shit.
I'm telling you, the Huey, not as maneuverable as a Little Bird, but it's still pretty damn maneuverable.
Pretty freaking good.
But the cost is, you can get pretty easily shot out of it.
We have a reverse Falcon as Coda comes up onto Red for his body.
Told you, Pepega, I mean, they're really great players.
And we do have Red 4 now inside the sector. 30 minutes still left in this match.
A-King getting shot by, I believe that's Coda back there. Nope, it's Roster. All right, Coda's also folding in on the other side.
That's unfortunate. Guy in the HQ building gets flanked from the rear.
Yep.
Hate to see it.
Brenham is hiding under that position. We just heard AT hit somewhere. Don't know what that was about. Falcon, meanwhile, he's taking grenades because he's single-handedly halting this OPFOR offensive with a little bit of support from Poe and Cyrus in the tower, but OPFOR has one guy who might start flanking this position. Yep, that is Maz, getting some shots on, I believe, Poe and knocking him out. Now the other guy's taking fire as Maz aggressively pushes. Oh, he threw a charge! So he gets out, yep.
Gets the kill, but that's...
Oh, still a great throw by Maz there with that explosive charge.
Great throw by Maz. Secures the 1 kill, and we'll see if Cyrus here wakes up. He does have that mat, so he could be still a useful suppression asset. Oh, but that... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I thought that grenade was gonna kill him.
Now the question is, can OPFOR bypass Falcon and continue to push in the AO and get cleared, or is Falcon really just halting this entire northern push?
Well, right
or southern
now,
push, excuse me.
I think it's the latter right now.
How are they gonna get straight next to my question?
Got that HQ building pretty much secure. So they've got a decent spike inside of the AO.
They funneled G-Legs up to the water tower with the Huey. He could go prone in the middle. He has taken some damage, though. It's evidenced by the bandages. But if he goes prone in the middle, that's going to be really difficult for them to find. Yeah. I think they could still take him out from the hill to the immediate east, but...
Yeah, that's what he's looking right now, because I think he sees some heads popping around. There's the Huey flying right in front of him.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's skyline up there, but I don't think OPFOR is going to think to actually look up there.
He's actually kind of got a skyline. If you actually look at that water tower, it raises a little bit, so he can't go fully
especially from Alpha 1's POV. He just put a shot. It hit Drake. Drake is lining up the shot to potentially counter snipe, but he gets sniped in the head.
Nice. Very nice.
Iron Trace coming to my chat to say Blue Command was questionable.
I see.
I'm going to be honest, though, if it wasn't for Bay cutting off Delta to come up from a different flank, I think BLUFOR would have gotten a little more overwhelmed. And now, thanks to other players like Falcon that are just causing a lot of disorientating abilities in the BLUFOR line here. Because if we had 5 additional guys coming from where, the west was, they already have this angle pretty well locked down. So I think they would have been able to completely swarm the rest of this AO. So great call on Bay and the Chow. Couldn't remember his name for a second. Which, speaking of, they're now on the rear as Gamma 1, and they are shooting at people down by the vehicle. So I don't know what they're doing here, but they're killing more people.
Falcon has backup now. And so they should be directed at source of very heavy fire to the north, and should be able to do a nice little 2 or maybe even 3-man team action on this 4-man group of Red 4 who we're trying to push across.
I think the Huey lost engine power.
Yep, definitely. That engine is spilling down. He's trying to set it down gently. That's just being set up the fire from both sides, and he does set it down.
The Huey is really, really tanky, but they landed right next to a PKM gunner. Buddy is picked off. I don't know who got him, but great freaking shot.
Grenade back, but here comes Chadwick. Gets him, gets that pilot, takes him.
Yeah, he's shooting at the other guys to make sure they're down.
Oh man, such excellent flying.
Chow, I think, was just taken
I
out.
still-
Nope, Bay
I
was
still
taken
find
out.
it a bit gamey being on top of that water tower.
It is, but he has.
And Cowboy Carl kills Chow as well.
There's a reason we locked off the roof of the old building.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay,
They
bet,
found
and they
an
go
even
up the
better
tower
spot.
instead.
Yeah, they didn't say anything about the water tower.
Again, he could be shot even if he goes prone from the where Alpha 1 OPFOR is right now, but it's the thought of going, like, looking there. But at the same time, if you look at him from Alpha 1's position, you can see he's skylining up there, to be honest. So it's a little more fair compared to the top of the building that was blocked off, because you at least can hide right under the little bit of cover it gives you by going prone. So,
But if he goes prone, I don't think you can see him.
Yeah, well, you might be able to see his hat or like his back or something, and maybe
yeah,
lob a shot
that
over
one,
it.
that one's a little more questionable. I mean,
Well, see,
okay, so we just went prone.
chat
Let's
has a
look.
good- my chat has a good point. If OPFOR had a helicopter, that water tower would be easy kill.
Yeah, I know, but he's right. If he goes prone, you can't see him up there at all. So yeah, that is a little gamey. I agree with you. I didn't realize he was. I thought he was prone, but he was doing that one animation just above
Yeah.
prone where he's sitting up. Yeah, you're totally right. That's my bad.
No low crouch.
You know what? I think you might have a heart attack if he's the last guy.
Ooh, really? Interesting.
Well, the vertigo just gets to you after a while. It's not immediate. Sustained, but heightened elevation that vertigo gets you.
Cosmonaut just tried pushing into the building, and there was literally 6 OPFOR dudes staring that angle, and he just got mowed the fuck down. There's
gets
Falcon,
one,
yep.
But he's hurt.
He's gonna
gotta be
immediately
hurt
try to
after
pull
that.
back, shuts the door behind him so he's not pursued. Good call there. And now BLUFOR, they pulled the remaining 5 guys up on the AO. Scandy Recon is actually down a few guys, but they were able to take out Nursk and the other guy up there. And they're now pulling in, but that's probably going to slow down the actual end of this round. But I think OPFOR are just going to start getting systematically taken out.
Yeah, they had a pretty decent window of opportunity earlier on, but now that they've kind of stagnated a bit and they've actually become surrounded themselves inside this building, and you would think them holding out this building would be a good thing, but they're not winning themselves the match by staying.
What's going on so far? We're still in the middle of round 1. Still could go either way.
I don't know what Sam was doing.
I think you just
but-
saw an unconscious guy and decided to start dragging him back, and that was not the best call to make.
He has an EMR vest.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Why does he have an EMR vest?
don't
Oh
know. I also
my
heard
God!
he-
Explosive charges went into the building. It's not going to be enough to do a lot of damage here.
No, but it will take out those cars or those trucks. We should see that rear one.
Might be a follow-up.
Yeah,
Another
might
one
have a
thrown
secondary.
in. Oh, that is mean. I love it. Again, the explosive
goes.
plays tonight have been amazing. So Cyrus looted those from a body because he's AT, so he wouldn't have had those on the start. Unfortunately, he continues to
now
breach
he's
in,
gonna
and
be
yeah,
the
he gets taken out. Not a smart call to make, though. If you're throwing explosives into a building, that means you know that they have stuff out there. So you don't want to then keep running in while you have to reload.
Ooh, Falcon going for more
Great
ADS
one
shots.
there.
Gets one. Nice. More explosions.
Yep, that's from the trucks. Falcon right around the other side. I think he just got another kill. Oh, and his number finally runs out.
Very nice reaction shot there from Wravemaster. One of the fresher names we've seen.
So Rory has looted enemy AT. Rory, you goober. Did you see what he did? He threw a grenade on the opposite side of the door, and it landed on his side. Just had to run out instead. Oh,
Amazing.
brilliant, sir. Nade versus door. The door. He didn't even hit the door. He hit left of the door. He hit the freaking wall. There we go.
I'm glad that he threw a grenade on the already burning truck.
Yes. Ooh, he might get walked up on by... Who is this running in here? It's Grav. Gets a kill, but the PKM gunner then turns away and shoots him.
Yeah, he really is Rave Master. You know why?
Why?
Because he's really good at the drop. As in dropping other people.
I can't bonk you because it's not horny, but that one was pretty bad. I'm sorry.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
I
At least to
probably could've thought
acknowledge
of
it.
but-
Chat's
It
already
was-
going. Can we mute Barb?
Listen, it was a good joke. The delivery was just off.
Sure, let's go with that.
Like most EDM music, the timing, sometimes not great.
So we do have recon for OPFOR X-Ray. They're trying to get to Sector 1, which is now guarded by Ground Command and Psych, is 2IC. So good call there. If they're able to win that fight and come up, I think OPFOR still has a chance because we're starting to see that southern group, which is just Zoni and Space Cowboy Carl coming in, but Grav came in on foot. Numbers-wise, this could still go either way.
Yeah, number-wise,
Ooh, we just
I'm
had
not sure.
Grav get picked off by Lolo, who has an SVD.
We do actually have Zoni getting in that BTR, one of them, and driving.
Yeah,
up
and Space
that
Cowboy
hill.
Carl's with him too, so it might be a driver gunner. And
yes, he
Ash
is,
almost
yes.
just killed Lolo. They're both BLUFOR, so that would have been awkward. So the OPFOR guys that were across the street, north of that Huey, have regrouped with the one PKP gunner. Now BLUFOR's trying to come in here and breach again. And PKP gunner gets picked off because...
Nice.
See, they know that they run in there. I don't know why. Lolo just got hit because he was leaning left into the gunshots. Grenade gets
That's a
thrown
good
into this
grenade.
building.
That's two.
Oh, that's going to be messy. And that knocks out that guy crouching. And the other one gets headshotted. He could still wake back up if he's not double tapped by Kabaya. Kabaya, get the double tap. There it is.
There you go, right in the
Never
jaw.
mind.
Now it's
Yeah.
looking a bit better for BLUFOR. OPFOR bringing that BTR up. Who's going to loot the AT first?
Depso back at Sector 1, he's going to get sneaked up
sorry.
on with 4 people coming up on his rear. Let's see how long he can hold out.
But yeah, no, Falcon, you pretty
They
much
should
stopped
hear
the
that
southern
engine from
attack
well inside that compound.
from the AO getting swarmed. So that was all you, buddy, too. That was great. Here, Falcon, how did you notice the one guy that was in your tree? Because he was in there for a good, like, 20 seconds, and all of a sudden you started mag dumping him.
Oh, that was close.
I don't know why you'd rush the AT shot like that.
Oh, he just got friendly fire.
Ash just murdered that dude. And the legs just sniped the driver out of the BTR
How?
because the window's open. He shot him through the window. No, the opposite window was open. What?
Hello? What are you feeding this thing? He's gonna try and go for the gunner, but did he hit through the back plate and it like ricocheted into
I
the
have
back?
no idea how he got that shot. Because look at the back left. Yeah, you see where those two shots came in from. How did you get the kill? Look at the left side of the Vic. You see those two indents right there, right? In the middle on the left side, just above the door. One is like partially in the door. The other one's on the top right corner of the door. On the left side in the center. So how did he snipe the driver? Because I heard him make those two shots. How did he get the driver?
Curved the bullet.
Sometimes it brought people outside the vehicle even though they're inside.
It just
been that.
works.
What
That's
the
an ammo
fuck?
bug.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. Depso does go down on the top of that tower over at Sector 1. But he does wake back up.
He got JFK. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I
back
was-
and to the
Magic
left.
bullet.
I was in the process of asking Falcon how he heard that guy who went prone in his tree, and they like literally stayed there for 20 seconds before Falcon started mag dumping in front of him. Again, we think we heard his radio, but it was funny.
Yeah. It
Decibel wakes back up.
Yep.
GL
he'll be
completely
able to hold that
missed.
sector.
How do you miss a GL from
I don't know.
Banks, buddy? You literally missed a bank shot on the side of the 6th tower.
Shot. Sayak is so close in spotting out this Red Force squad, but...
Oh! Oh!
Did he just...
Oh my god! He got sniped! Nav's fucking
Who shot him?
sniped G-Legs off of the fucking tower!
Wait, who did?
Nav's
Nav.
the OPFOR marksman! Oh, the sniper! He
That's a
sniped
shot of about
G-Legs with the
730 meters.
fucking
Damn.
shot.
Jesus.
SSWT kit and everything.
It's like, fucking yeah, that's a 700, 800 meter shot. Oh! From the low ground.
Yeah, with an elevation
Oh,
difference.
that was beautiful. Look, Falcon saying it's easy to snipe in half and half. I don't doubt that, but that was such a clean shot.
It's a
That
one
was
shot,
such a
that
clean
distance.
shot.
Like the distance where you have to take
Oh.
elevation and wind into account.
And let's see, there was someone, Fred was breaching the tower, but he got shot by, I believe, Sayak, who's down in the base,
Yep.
who's coming back up.
Oh, Depso gets shot in the side
And
of
then
the
he
head,
gets sniped by Naps too!
Yeah, unfortunately that beret is not bulletproof. So Sayak gonna get up in that tower now with Banks Whiplash inside the sector for Red 4,
Oh.
and they can
Red
get
on
that
red.
shot. No?
Oh, he got, no, I thought he was shooting at his buddy. No, okay, so he killed Sayak. So now it is 4 versus 2. Because Space Cowboy Carl's still in the BTR.
Oh.
And he's making his move.
Now again, if he does kill Kabaya and Ash is not in the sector, he does still need to hop out of his BTR in
Yep.
order to capture the zone.
You know, it was looking like a BLUFOR victory, and then Scania Recon started committing mass murder here. Then
It really
again,
was.
I shouldn't give it to Scania Recon. It's Whiplash, Nafs, Fred, and Banks. Nafs with the beautiful sniper shots, though. And then the rest of the 3 really covering each other. So... And they still have Fred the medic, who's going to be able to fully bandage everyone and make sure everyone is fully blooded up for the final fight. So it's 5v2, actually. Naf's about to get a 3rd. Is Ash really gonna... Nope, Naf's missed. You heard the click, though. That's gonna make Ash immediately run off that damn tower. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Right, Falcon, because he was stuck up there.
Oh, if they still could communicate with the PTR, like bringing it back to get the armor to move them up there. That would be...
I wouldn't actually do that because
No.
you'd probably... it would be safe to assume that someone in BLUFOR would find an AT launcher or have an AT launcher, hear the vehicle coming, because they're coming from the low ground. So it's going to be really slow to move up there, which would make it a slow, easy moving target.
True. Like, and people don't know if they have any lat or
I'm back.
It would be better for the 3-man team to drive up potentially with that truck or whatnot up to a certain point to be overwatched by NAFs with that sniper rifle to at least call out if anything's coming down in that direction. They should probably then dismount at the western tree line, move through the trees, and then just move systematically up to the top of the hill as they cover each other. And then maybe send one person in the truck back to pick up NAS, but I think they're going to instead have NAS come over and pick him up now just to keep all their infantry together because I see him running down, and the truck is driving
They still have to flush them
away
up.
from him. True.
Yep.
12 minutes, though. I think we're... Unless I see BLUFOR do something pretty awesome here. It's 2 BLUFOR medics that can be healing themselves up to full. One of them has equipped themselves with a PKP, and the other one is just camping doorway here. Yeah, right, Fives? I know, Falcon. That's what I was also thinking. There's been so many deaths up here that, you know, combat looting would be a thing. PKP is now mag dumping because they left the window open.
Yeah, so he's trying to take his shot. And I don't blame him, honestly.
Yeah. Ah, the Huey. It stops his advance.
He's trying to hit the tires now.
The Huey was not strong enough. Nope. Falcon's armor
wide enough.
crashed. So Naps is trying to get to the tower to snipe from there, while the remaining 3 members of X-Ray are now going towards the south.
Well, I do have the time for it. But what is Nav still doing back then?
I think he thought maybe the battle tower would be a decent sniper position, but I think he's going to try to
Yeah.
play sniper here and just stay away from the other 3 so he can find good angles as they breach in. I'm really surprised BLUFOR hasn't gone around and found... Oh, as I say that, good night.
Wow, what a shot.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm going to be perfectly honest. That was a pretty simple shot, but that was a pretty good turnaround. Like, you know, quickly get out, take the shot, and run in. That was pretty quick. Well, I love how I call it out. You know, I'm surprised BLUFOR hasn't found AT. Oh, look, AT.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that.
Speak of the devil.
2v4. I'm gonna be honest, no offense to Space Cowboy, but what are you trying to do just driving around the enemy objective like that? That has had like a massive active firefight going on. Eventually someone's gonna find the AT to kill you. So why not just dismount and risk it on foot, or put it up on a hill and just occasionally look around with the gun while not making any noise except for the really you know, close sounds that you would hear of the turret actually turning. I think he just kind of, I don't think he really knew what he was doing there, to be perfectly
He could have
honest.
played dead.
Yeah, he was playing dead, though. He played dead for like 5 minutes since the driver got sniped out. And then he started driving around thinking he was safe. But it was just a weird strategy, in my opinion. So, whatever. Weird call. All right. About 10 minutes remain.
And now we have that that little group of Red 4 now actually coming up from the southeastern side of this hilltop. And they might catch this guy
Ooh,
who
they
shoot
might
the
actually
IT
catch
out
them
of
off,
position.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, BLUFOR quickly friendly wiggling to each other, but they're in the open. Cowboy Carl's body gets pulled out, and he is summarily executed. Oh, both these guys are rocking PKPs. I mean, in this AO, yeah, no. I'd rock that too.
Yeah.
But they should really
Army
get
two
into
shit.
cover to hide somewhere, not be in the open like this.
They're going like, yeah, we did it. We saved the city. Just get shot in the side of the head.
Today in Lego City.
In the Ukrainian fob. Player 3. Oh, he disappeared.
Somebody just connected.
Ilbanek coming in my chat to say he got sniped before he could do anything. Very sad, Ilbanek. I'll play the saddest violin for you. Here, I just have to rub my 2 fingers together and...
It's the smallest violin. Fuck.
I don't know.
Goat
Well, no,
violin.
the smallest violin is an actual violin. The saddest one is my goat screams.
The only reason that it's sad is because you think that's a violin.
I know, I am pretty well challenged, aren't I?
Yes, very
Definitely
well challenged.
special.
Thank you. Oh,
Ready.
GL... A flare GL
flare.
into a
I'm
random
confused.
tower? Banks. Firing another flare, and it goes over the hill. He is blinding the anti-air radar.
Yes.
I mean, have you ever seen those things point and stare at you when they get controlled by Zeus?
Oh yeah.
Right. I will say I do like the strategy OPFOR's done here, though. 4 guys approaching from 4 different directions to maximize their chances
Oh, yeah.
of trying to not only find the enemy, but just in case they run into someone in a defensive position, they're not all immediately taken out. I really do like that call. So you're going to see 4. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the maximizing their chance of crossing the fire and hitting another person to red for, in my opinion. But
yeah, by also shooting and throwing all these grenades around, they're making BLUFOR think that there is a much bigger force here than actually is, so that's going to force BLUFOR to pull back to their final defensive positions, which is exactly what OPFOR want, to then regroup on said positions like that big bunker that one of the 2 BLUFOR guys is already in, and then start breaching.
Let's see him.
Who sees first?
Oh.
Now this is a tease.
Oh no.
Whiplash didn't see him.
Hold on,
Banks.
please don't friendly fire.
5-minute tango. I think BLUFOR actually has a decent chance to last for 5 minutes here.
Had a mouse game now.
Now he's just running back around.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if I see red on red in this situation because they're all in completely different areas.
Yep. Yeah, they don't got much time left. They got that
Banks coming around.
Gotta get this one.
Ah, she's doing a quick bandage. Did Banks hear it?
I think he heard something.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god. People are raging in my chat.
This is so fucking stupid. And he runs.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna. Oh.
Oh, BTR. Ooh, BTR.
And gets in the driver.
So BLUFOR, they don't have to fire. They just have to stay stealthy, in all honesty. Now the gunner.
Oh. Keep turning. Keep
Oh.
turning. Keep turning.
My
Oh.
god. No.
Keep turning.
No. I'm looking at his first person. No freaking way. Shoot him.
It's like, hey,
Bang, shoot him. No, he just got out. Okay. There it is. And he gets shot by the other guy. And now he's shooting at the third. What is this?
Just hit him.
What
Oh.
an engagement.
My god. What?
Was he hit? Yeah, he was. Nope.
I can't believe this
out of
round.
train through
3 minutes. BLUFOR. Well, actually,
some sort of speed demon.
if OPFOR stays in this zone, it's gonna go into overtime, though.
Yeah, as long as they don't get in that BTR.
All 3 of them aren't gonna get into the damn BTR bar.
You never
Pants
know.
ain't. I'll see you all in therapy. I can't. Oh my god. Just all the damn bodies in the. Oh. Ooh.
Oh, the
He
timing.
hears it. Whiplash hears it. Whiplash, come on, breach.
Oh, he can see through the slits.
Oh.
Look, he sees the light.
Catches him while he's reloading. Gets the headshot.
Ah. Good game.
Whiplash in that round-winning kill.
Headshot, 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 headshot. Falcon's like, fuck my life. I tried so hard and I didn't get it.
I tried so hard and got so far. And in the end, I got DMCA'd.